Well, welcome back to another one of my ride-along videos. This one is showcasing a really spectacular road. This is Highway 130, also known as Mount Hamilton Road. It is east of San Jose, just in the foothills, and it's in the area that goes up towards Lick Observatory. It's between the big valley with all the farming in the east and the San Jose and the Bay Area to the west. Now, I took this road in April, late April, on a super sunny day, and the weather was just fantastic. I had a really good ride. It's all, as you can see, lots of twists and turns, very few guardrails on the side, which is kind of interesting on its own right. But just such a sunny day, that just sort of adds to the riding pleasure. You can see quite well. There's trees along the side of the road, not many turnoffs. Yeah, wouldn't want to be stuck behind someone here. Look at the view here over the valley. I was stuck earlier this same day on a different road, on Quimby Road, on my way out here. It took me to the Joseph D. Grant County Park, which is where I started today. If you want to see the video of my trip that day, the entire trip, I have that posted also on my BC to Arizona part of my channel. So look that up if you're interested in the full exploits. Today I'm focusing solely on this road. And why is that? Well, this might just be the best motorcycle road I've been on in California. Yeah, it's really top notch. And I hope you'll see why. I was filming this and thinking, it's going to get boring soon, but there's like, oh no, this turn's awesome. This turn's even better. And it just kept going on and on like that. So, what makes a good motorcycle road? Well, scenery is one of those things. I started here. There was some grassy meadows in the lower hills, and breathtaking views out the side here as you look down over into the canyon. Here I actually come to a pullout, so talk about apropos moments. I stopped here, and it's hard to see, but I'm looking back. That's actually the road down there. It just twists and turns and pulls its way up out of the valley towards its destination. And its destination is Lick Observatory at the top of this mountainous area. Obviously, they put observatories at the highest points to get up in the air away from the population, but also I think lower atmosphere helps the the observatory, the telescopes, see further. So the scenery is pretty good. I have seen better. The scenery is probably a 4, but it's certainly nice scenery. The other thing, of course, the major factor perhaps, is the twists and turns. And this rivals any road for that measure. There are so many turns. It just twists all the time. And a lot of them are relatively gentle. You can go at a decent speed pretty much on the entire road, but it also has several tight switchbacks. And some of those switchbacks, you definitely need to slow down, and you need to use proper technique. Look where you want to go, look your way around a corner. One of the best strategies for sure. And you have to do that in a few places here. Most of the time you can do these turns at a decent speed, and that's a fun way to do turns. The road conditions can play a factor, and there was a little bit of dirt and rubble on the road, but there's also evidence that they worked to keep this road clean. So mostly speaking, the road surface was nice and clean, and the road itself was top quality. I mean, this is a mountain road. You would expect that they're going to have to clear snow off it and all those things that can cause a road to deteriorate. But this was smooth, this was clean, great motorcycle road. Traffic, I mentioned it earlier. I wouldn't want to be stuck behind someone because no real pullouts, very few, maybe 3 or 4. and it's a double yellow the whole way up. So, no opportunities for passing, and that's a pain. Fortunately for me, on this day, I rode it on a weekday, which always helps. There was really no traffic ahead of me, and I was, the speed limit and my own skills were what were telling me to do as far as traveling this road, and that just made it spectacular. And I only encountered a few cars going in the other direction, so it's not an overly popular route. And why would it be? It's not in a direction that most people would travel, unless they had specific business. The ultimate guide for whether a road is worth traveling is, was it fun? And I'm sure, as you guessed by now, I thought this was extremely fun. This had everything I would want in a motorcycle ride. I've done a lot of roads. I've had a lot of fun on a lot of roads. I can't think right now of one that I've done up to this point in time that was better than this one. The nice thing for people is this is very close to the Bay Area. So anyone living there can easily make this a day trip. You can do it there and back. You can even make a loop out of it, and that would be nice too, because although this video is me going up to Lick Observatory, the road continues on the other side, and there's a lot of fun there as well. But this is the key stretch. Of course, a lot of how much you enjoy a motorcycle road will depend upon the motorcycle you're riding, and that's been proven true to me more and more as I've had opportunity now to ride more and more other bikes, test rides and so forth. You can see the observatory starting to peek through the landscape, and it's funny because once you see that you think you're nearly there, but it's still quite a journey to get there. Distance is funny that way, especially a large object. It can look like it's quite close, but still quite a ways away. Anyway, yeah, I'm riding a 2009 Suzuki V-Strom 650, sometimes known as the Wii-Strom because of its older brother, the 1000. Or bigger brother, I guess I should say. Anyway, this bike is a wonder for me. Holds its line really well, does everything I really need it to do, and I've got it quite packed down. So I do air the rear tires if I'm carrying a passenger, which I think is probably right for it. Beautiful scenery out here. You can't beat these mountain roads. I think I've got, probably a fairly tight turn here. And lo and behold, they're doing a bit of road work, so they take up a lot of my lane. That's a nice thing on a motorcycle. You only need a little bit of the lane to get through, so no trouble for me. The Lick Observatory itself was built in 1888, so it's been here a long time, and of course they've modernized it several times. It's still in heavy use. Apparently 100 people a day is the average use it gets. I think a lot of that is done remotely these days. You don't actually have to be up at the observatory. They have things with computers and machines to align the telescope where you want it to go. And the imagery can be sent to you digitally. So here's one of the few guardrails on the whole trail. So enjoy. That part of it is safe, as opposed to this turn right here. Hard to tell the difference and why they do that. Yeah, slowly inching our way ever closer. What a beautiful day. So I never really rated those traits. Maybe I did for the scenery. It'd be a 4 for the scenery. It's up there with the twists and turns. If it's not a 5, it's a 4.5. The road conditions, they really don't get much better. There was a little bit of stuff on the road, so I guess maybe a 4. For traffic, almost non-existent. Can't really beat this, so that's got to be a 5 for good, not 5 for full of traffic. And the fun factor, everything I wanted, including the great weather, just made this a 5 out of 5. It was the perfect package. So I am actually now getting to the point where I'm really at the observatory. And I think I can ride right up to the observatory itself. So there's still some traveling to do. But as far as the major twists and turns, I've probably done the majority of them at this point. So spectacular road, great location for those in the Bay Area. You know, definitely pull yourself out and do this road. Pick a good day. You can get foggy and stuff out in this area. So pick a day where you're going to be able to see. Here now you can look on the other side. It's so amazing. When you look back down over the road at the top of the observatory, oh man, it's just a phenomenal view all around. But you can basically see the route. And when you see the route, you just laugh because it's just twist this way, twist that way, over this hill, around this hill, back up this other hill. It's, yeah, non-stop. Anyway, I'm kind of babbling at this point, but I'm giddy about this road. It's a definite one to do. I know you're going to enjoy it when you get out here. So yeah, this is it. I'm at the top, and then there's a few different buildings and I think a few different telescopes as well that are up here. So I'm going to one where you can see what's going on, but primarily I'm here just for the view. I can't remember if it's a full 360 view, but whatever it is, it's an awesome view. It's funny how they have a very tight turn here at the top. I imagine if trucks would have a little bit of trouble getting through here. Success! We made it. Lick Observatory. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. This is in my ride-along series where I show you great roads. If this is something that interests you, please like the video and have a great day.